Yo, what up? This is your all shook up. Just gonna do a outnumbered PvP gameplay. Just kind of give you an idea of what I was thinking. This is during the live stream with Rider Shade and Juggy. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you guys so much. I can't appreciate you guys enough for everything, all the support and all the love that you show me. So definitely appreciate that. So basically, this is nothing special. This is just kind of like a typical day in Cyrodiil. What do you got going on? What my thoughts were. So basically, what I was doing was I'm thinking, okay, so we got Homeboy coming out. I believe a tank comes out. Yeah, a tank comes out. Obviously, we're not going to be able to kill the tank. So I start looking around, making sure there's no, people trying to gank me, which there was. So now we realize we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's quite a few people start pulling up, right? So they're going to start dropping down soon. So we got the tank here. We got a whole group here, got another person over here, another person over here. So my thoughts are, okay, so we got me, Ryder, and Juggy. Well, I notice immediately Homeboy jumps in with Seek Up, or Seek Up, that's funny. Jumps in, he gets hit extremely hard by Ryder Shade. So I focus him too. So what I essentially do is I freeze him, with the Arcanist, which I do have a build video coming out soon for this. So freeze him. He gets stunned. By him getting stunned, he's dead. There's nothing he can do. So now we focus another guy, which, as you can tell, this guy, he's just holding block. So in my head, if I can freeze him, now I'm getting hit by, 1, 2, 3. You got, the tank over here. You got a bunch of people up here, so you got to be careful. So when stuff like that happens, essentially, it's hard to see what's going on, and that's why I keep pausing it, trying to give you guys an idea of what is exactly occurring. So as you can see, I got 10k magicka, 20k stamina, 23,000 health, and I'm thinking, okay, if I don't hit my pot to give me a little bit of resources back, and I let myself get too low, I could become in danger very quick. So I kind of play my distance. He just absolutely demolishes this guy. I mean, he's he's in a cloud of freaking smoke. Like, that's a Dawnbreaker going off. He dead. So I noticed that. So I'm thinking, okay, if I can get this guy now, I don't know how I missed that Dawnbreaker, which it's all good because I realized, okay, I missed the Dawnbreaker, but that freeze was perfect if I would have landed that Dawnbreaker. So I need to roll dodge out of here, get another roll dodge, get out of here as quick as I can, because you really don't know, what can essentially happen. So the more pressure you got, you got all these guys over here. You want to make sure that you're not just leaving your guard down, essentially, because if you leave your guard down, you could end up dead very quickly. So I'm thinking, okay, we got him that just pushed me. We got 3 other guys on Rider Shade. There, 1, 2, 3. We got another guy right here. You got Juggy trying to focus one of them. I block. I kind of, because I know that this guy's the tank, but you got to watch out for this dude, this dude, this dude, this dude, this dude. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we can get outnumbered very quickly, which can be devastating for us. Now, why does it look like I have my hands out and I'm about to throw hands with this guy? That's ESO for you. So I bar swap, right? I'm charging up to get some, stamina back, because I really want to sit full on my bar, but no one fell for it. Like, no one pushed me, because I was like, just a second ago, that guy did this to me. If we can rewind that. So you see how he did that? I was thinking he was going to do the same thing. So that's why I started charging up. I said, okay, that dude disappeared right there very quick. So I'm thinking he's going to come out of, it's so subtle, because if you really pay attention, right, to what happened, when that guy, so here's a key, like, you kind of got to understand what's happening. So in order to survive this, I noticed he hit me, right? So I'm thinking this guy is probably going to disappear and do it again, which I'm looking at. Look at him right here. Look at this dude, right? I don't know how hard he hits. I noticed he just got hit pretty hard. he's going to probably disappear, but I'm not exactly sure if he's going to decide to go, okay, I'm going to come back in with an ambush or whatever, disappears. So me charging up, saying, okay, if he comes back, I'm going to hit him with a fully charged heavy attack. Doesn't come back, right? Instead, he decides to bail. Now, I don't know how I don't think I think I got a hit on this dude, but he's over here, so I'm watching him because sometimes their squishier builds is what ends up getting you killed, because they hit harder. So I noticed that. I'm like, okay, we got to go because more and more are dropping down. So you got 1, 2, 3. Me, Ryder, Shade, and Juggy. We're like, okay, so now 1, here's this guy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think, there might be one over by here. So we're like, okay, like I said, he might be one of those bombers or something. So you got to be careful. I don't know what he just put on Juggy, but now he's not paying attention. I don't know how he didn't freeze, but he did. So now the best thing we can do is focus him. Now, it's kind of funny because if you look at this timed roll dodge, this is something, and I'm trying to explain the best I can. I'm a little tired today, so sorry if I just seem tired. It's just because I am. So basically, he roll dodges. I mean, I don't know how I didn't freeze him, but I noticed that there's a guy to my right. So it's kind of subtle to see because you can't really see him on screen. But if you look over here, he's over there. So I'm thinking, I don't know. There it is. See, I get hit. I roll dodge, right? Because now I dodge something. Boom. Juggy gets hit. Now, all I'm doing is focusing on this guy. He popped out of stealth. We got me and Juggy both on him. My Beatles is literally 0.2. So if I can line this up, this dude's dead, right? If I can line this up, you got Juggy and Execute, me trying to focus. And it's crazy because when you slow it down, you don't realize how much is going on until aware of your surroundings. So I'm failing on the betting edge, but I know this is about to come out. So I try to line it up, and you're all shook up, killed him. So it's unfortunately it's kind of like glitched, but I was able to kill him with that. Now that one dude that we were roll dodging, he comes in and try to charm him, try to paralyze him, try to get the kill on him. Boom, Juggy destroys homeboy. He came in. Look at me breakdancing. He came in hot after we killed this guy. I got stunned. You had what's his name? Just jump in right there. This dude right here. He tried to kill Juggy. Didn't work out. Juggy uppercuts him into a Dawnbreaker, which is just nasty as shit. Gone. And so now, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still so many. So we got to back up. We're not going to be able to face tank all these guys at once. That's not how the game works. So we back up, and basically we try to kite them. We try to get them over to where, to kind of separate them. And then Ryder Shade's getting chased. I notice they're kind of focusing him up top. So I go over there to try to, relieve some pressure because you see all these guys. There's a lot of them. But I think that at the end of the day, they realized this was going to be a mistake. Especially, these guys have already been killed a couple times by us. So essentially it's over. They end up running back, and basically, there's not much left of this clip. They kind of bailed, which I get it. They knew that if they kept sticking around, it was going to be a long day for them. So, they kind of just said, maybe we should just go find someone else in. Shout out to Boring. Appreciate you, brother. But I didn't even notice I was in. I was like, oh, there's guys down here. But yeah, so, that's essentially, when it comes to the clips is, you got to kind of just, kind of fill it out. Like Juggy knew, once after this, this is what's a smart thing is okay, so I use charm, right? He got charmed right there, right? He got pulled into it or stunned and just got destroyed. And so, there's a lot of things that you could learn from, just kind of watching your own gameplay back, kind of seeing, what things you could work on and stuff. So I hope I explained this well enough. This is, I'm like I said, I'm a little tired, but I kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm doing because I know you guys like to see this. So I definitely appreciate our support. Once again, thank you guys so much. And alrighty, take it easy. Out.